Can we flex this matchup, please? Washington commanding everyone's attention after going for 30-plus points 3 straight games.
He'll launch this time. Down the sideline, Brown! De'Ami Brown, touchdown!
They make the short trip to Baltimore, the Ravens coming in off a 40-burger with 1 pickle.
And Baltimore wins a beauty against the Bengals. In overtime, 41-38, and Tucker with the game winner.
Is there a game on the slate you'd rather see? Ravens, a top 5 offense, putting up close to 30 per.
The throw, Bateman, 10-5. You can put him in for a touchdown.
Commanders ahead of them on the charts. 30 burgers have become the norm for them.
Jade loads one up for McLaurin in the end zone. Did he catch it? He did! Touchdown! Unbelievable catch by McLaurin!
Commanders have Jaden Daniels, 230-plus yards passing, nice 9.5 yards per attempt versus a strong Cleveland secondary last week.
Daniels got a chip from Eckler to free him up to heave it to McLaurin, who puts a stiff arm into the chest of Newsome, first down.
Ravens defense gets it. He's Lamar-like because he also led Washington in rush yards a week ago with 82, broke off a 34-yarder.
And Daniels has the first down and more. Down the sideline, it's first and goal.
Okay, but Baltimore has this Lamar guy, and Jackson can saunter with the best. 55 yards rushing versus Cincinnati.
Oh, look at him spin. Look at him corkscrewing.
So elusive.
Look at he split downfield. Down to the 44. He is something else.
And sorry, Miss Jackson, Lamar's arm is for real. 348 yards last week, 4 touchdown passes, no picks, a rating near 120. His video game-like highlights now applying to passes he makes.
Absolutely amazing! How in the world did he keep it together and then find the open receiver? Oh, Lamar Jackson!
Washington secondary he tries to keep it going against depends on which version shows up. The Week 5 version held Deshaun Watson to 4.5 yards per attempt, just 125 yards passing.
Nearly intercepted. Almost picked off by Quan Martin.
There is also the version that's 31st in rating allowed even after last week's performance. It helps when you can sack the QB 7 times. Inside linebackers Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu, 4 combined off blitzes.
Watson has to try to get out of the pocket. He's in trouble again. He's hit. Ball's out. Frankie Louvu has it. Gets away from one defender and slips at the 50. Turnover for Washington, and Louvu makes it. Oh my goodness.
Lamar only got caught once by Cincinnati pass rushers, so getting to him 7 times might be tough. When they don't get to him, hard to say who Lamar targets. Last week it was wide receiver Zay Flowers. He led the team with them with 111 yards to boot.
And it's caught across the way. Flowers will dance at the 10.
Jackson used Rashad Bateman for 58 yards and a touchdown.
And that was grabbed on the play, it looks like. Rashad Bateman picks it up. That's a gain of 17 yards.
Tylan Wallace, also a wide receiver, 30-plus yards. All this relevant because no team has been easier 2 wide receivers than Washington. 10 touchdowns allowed to the position, that's the most. No INTs, that's the least. 122.9 rating allowed to the position, the worst.
Single coverage, one-on-one. Oh, what a catch! Fighting through Benjamin St-Juste for a 17-yard touchdown.
And they have to handle the tight end position too, which they haven't handled great either. Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, Charlie Kohler, all tight ends, 10 catches combined, 120-plus yards versus the Bengals.
Second goal touchdown. Likely got it.
As for Jackson the runner, Commanders' defense has faced the likes of Baker, Daniel Jones, Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson last week. Not Lamar-like runners, but still 4.3 a carry allowed to quarterbacks isn't bad. 5.3 allowed to running backs, though, is. No team having a harder time with backs. They gave up 4.9 plus to 2 different Cleveland backs.
There's a run for Foreman, and he breaks out across midfield.
Can't see how that would hurt them in this one, though. Just Derrick Henry they have to stop. 6.1 a carry versus Cincinnati, 92 yards and a score, 51-yarder, leads the NFL in rushing yards.
Here he goes, rocketing down the sideline, breaks a tackle, down to the 5.
Okay, but it's not like Baltimore's defense is primed to slow Daniels. They just gave up 5 touchdown passes to Joe Burrow, 390-plus yards, and they haven't played the pass great in 2024, rating allowed over 100.
Burrow going deep, he's got him! Touchdown! Jamar Chase.
And check it out. Washington is last in rating allowed versus wide receivers. Baltimore's their neighbor, 114.1 rate allowed to wide guys, 8 touchdowns, gave up 190 plus to Jamar Chase, 2 scores, 2 TDs to T. Higgins with 80 plus yards as well.
Caught, touchdown, T. Higgins.
And now here comes Scary Terry McLaurin, 110 plus yards versus the Browns. He's been a key factor in their last 3 in a row.
Daniels uncorks a deep shot. It's McLaurin inside the 5.
De'Ami Brown also has to be tracked, 57 yards, 41-yarder last week.
He'll launch this time. Down the sideline, Brown! De'Ami Brown, touchdown!
Luke McCaffrey, Olamide Zaccheaus, quiet week 5s. Running back Austin Eckler, though, 33-yard reception, plus 67 yards on the ground. He broke a 50-yarder, 2 monster plays last week in his return from injury.
Eckler on the run with a big crease. Eckler changing direction. Austin Eckler.
Eckler, one of 3 backs Baltimore's defense should expect. Brian Robinson scored twice, not much else. Jeremy McNichols, back-to-back nice showings, scored again, 44 yards, 6.3 per carry.
3rd and 11 run, McNichols into plus territory, first down.
Backs have not had much success against Roquan and company, holding them to 2.9 a run. That's as good as it gets.
3rd and 1. Brown drives to Burrow, and a nice hit put in there with a great play. Roquan Smith. He leads them in tackling.
Just the 8th time there's been a Battle of Maryland. Ravens hold a 4-3 edge. Their first meeting, my cousin Vinny Testaverde was at the wheel for Baltimore. Everyone was asking, how you like them apples? And getting emotional to Candles in the Wind. Bam Bam Morris was pounding the rock for Baltimore, a 176-yard day. The year was 1997. Baltimore takes it 20-17.
Oh, picked up. Ray Lewis has it. 45-40, and he's tackled out of bounds.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
We're about 10 miles due east of the U.S. Capitol Building at Northwest Stadium in Landover. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Commanders. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen. That's the rookie Tyler Luke. He begins this one. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet. He's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league.
That one complete to Brian Robinson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Throwing again, Daniels. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. They pick up 17 through the air. First down, Washington.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
He runs with it. And nice work there. He'll go into a slide and gain about 7.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Commanders first down.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Daniels to throw on second down. There's Ertz. He's got it right side. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0.
On fourth down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal.
A 39-yard attempt.
That one is good. And the Commanders are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good...
That opening drive, you'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So the Ravens will come out. They are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
They got 6 on that first down run, so it is 2nd and 4. Jackson gonna keep it himself. A gain there of 21. First down, Baltimore.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Ravens.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
Jackson now to throw on first down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
From the 41, here's second down and 2. Now Lamar gonna hang on to it. Ooh, 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Raven first down.
Hurry up and get your muscle up, we up the plyometric. Ran about the lux when that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, you could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit, let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette, the LA yelling.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
The gain of a yard brings up second down at the Commanders' 17-yard line.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
Henry. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the full.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's second and goal. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Back at the 6-yard line, what can they do on third and goal? In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll try and he'll take this one in. Lamar Jackson, touchdown Ravens. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most.
The extra point is up and through. And the Ravens move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Luke McCaffrey. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Commanders' offense ready to see the football for the second time. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down. Second and 13. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Woo. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. First down, Washington.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to second.
Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's got his man Brown. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll throw with Daniels.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Way to punt. Lejante Western deep for Baltimore. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. He takes off, and they're going to get him down right at the 25. That one good for a dozen, and a very quick 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the Ravens first.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
In motion goes Likely. This is Henry. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. McCaffrey gonna return it. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Daniels. Work in the middle. He's got Ertz. He's taken down just shy of midfield. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That is Malachi Starks, the rookie safety, drafted in the first round, gets in for the sack.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Has his man, it's Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On the give, it's Robinson. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Brings up second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 9. Daniels now going to look to throw. He'll step up and run this. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-3 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter. This is 3rd and 6. As we are ready to get back underway. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers.
Got him in! It's caught for the touchdown! Brian Robinson! Touchdown, Commander!
This offense, they just continue to find such creative ways to get the ball into the hands of their playmakers. And this time they use the pre-snap motion to help their guy gain leverage. And it's just an easy pitch and catch for the touchdown.
His kick is good. The Commanders are on top. It's now 10-7.
Commanders 10, Ravens 7.
Touchdown. Here's Gay to kick this one away. DeJounte Wester now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. Play action now. Jackson. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. On play action, here's Jackson. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Javon Kinlaw. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Jackson looking to throw. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
Now he's just single-handedly taking over this drive, Mike. I mean, they better find a way to neutralize him before he does more damage. Get more bodies on him. Take the protection to him. Either way, just get him blocked.
He's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. He's going to be marked down up around the 33. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
Gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 6. Another run here for Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He was taken down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
They'll throw with Daniels. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Here's Tress Way now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Jackson now. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Jackson's his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore 1st down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
2nd down, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they won't let him get away. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Gotta give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll start out 1st down and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. A run here with the veteran. It's Austin Eckler. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold them to no gain.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And in motion is Brown. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
It's going to be third. They need one. They'll run the sneak. And they've got it. Going to pick up the first down there. Right around midfield.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for Washington. First down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Give, and here comes Robinson. We'll get this to about midfield. Tackle there by Trenton Simpson.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So this time they're trying to use the run game to attack the boundary side of the field, and the defense is really fast in their pursuit. Really nice effort there from the backside, and they're able to bring him down this time for a loss.
Man in motion is Brown. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniel. He'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And they'll work this out to the 23. Jonathan Jones in on the tackle.
Jonathan Jones on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. Frankie Louvu gets it for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That one caught for Jose Wester. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. to throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he'll gain about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
We're going to find out pretty quickly how aggressive this head coach wants to be here, Mike. All the analytics say on the plus side of the 50, you've got to go for it. You have to take advantage of this field position and try to come away with 6. Big decision here, but I think they've got to go for it.
On comes the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. The Ravens offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. Pass caught left side by Likely. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
2nd down, they need 3. Now Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Pistol give to Henry. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go again here with Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Tyler Loop for the Baltimore field goal. This one from 39 yards out. No issues there. This one is good. So, halftime straight ahead, and we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
For more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Wester now to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all time. Third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. First and 10. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. This last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
They'll try again. It's second and 10. Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Ravens bring their punt team out as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. The Commanders' offense is getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, first and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Samuel there to make the catch. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Third down, they need 5. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Commanders first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back, looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
second down. It's a run with Robinson. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Not much happening there, just a short gain.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's second and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. On target, got it to McCourt. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. They get 20 on the connection. First down, Washington.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Throwing now, Daniel. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
Results.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
37-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders going to take the lead. It's now 13-10. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. On the return, it's Mitchell. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense make their way out to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with first and 10. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. It was Dorrance Armstrong who was there to get him down.
Brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9. Now, Jackson. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Jackson from the gun on third down. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, Baltimore.
13 yards. And the Ravens first down.
I know I'm biased, but listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Jackson now on second down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3rd and 5. Jackson now. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Ravens sending the punt team out there. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. I hit that a little too well. It lands a couple of yards in the end zone for a touchdown. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Daniels now going to look to throw. That pass taken in by McCoy. He's going to be marked down up around the 33. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Commander's first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Daniels going to keep this himself, and he'll go into the slide there, and it'll be a gain of a couple.
2 yards on the
The quarterback could have handed it, he could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
The RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
The motion man here is McLaurin. 3rd and short, and it's Daniels. A pickup there of 13. First down, Washington.
Now, there's not a lot to this route. And coverage, and you got a drag route. Give them a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
Off the zone read, Daniels gonna hang on to it. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now Daniels. There he goes again. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Commanders first down.
4 yards. That's another Commanders. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Travis Jones focused on the quarterback there, and he ran him down for a loss of 6.
That first and goal sack now changes everything defensively, Mike. You imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position and punch it in over the goal line. Now, can you hold up on second and third down and come away with forcing a field goal, which in this situation, I think is a huge win.
They'll run it here with Robinson. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. Third and goal coming up.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face third and goal.
Third and goal. It's Daniels. This one is pulled in on the feet and bounds. Yes! Debo Samuel. Touchdown, Washington.
When you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups?
It's up and good. And the Commanders will extend this third quarter lead.
Commanders 20, Ravens 10.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So, here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with first and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. Inside the 40. Down the sideline to the 20. And he is gone. 74 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front.
He gets it to go, and the Ravens are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. Team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Austin Eckler now to return. he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
2nd and 11. To throw is Daniels. Right side, catch made by McLaurin. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. First and 10. Throwing is Daniels. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that is incomplete. Trying to get that one to Noah Brown. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. And that one incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. Picked up on the 11 yards on that one. First down, Washington.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Another catch on the drive. This one for 13 yards and another first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll be 2nd down. The air again is Daniels. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Ravens offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. start the drive with Henry. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's second down.
Brings up second down.
Back to throw, Jackson. Quickly out wide to Hopkins. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry. He's taken down just shy of midfield. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
First down, Ravens.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Going to go right back to Henry. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
In motion goes Likely. On 3rd down, Jackson. Brought in by the tight end, Andrews. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Nice job by the defense. They had that one well-read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Second down, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this.
And he's in! Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this?
He's got it, and the Ravens have taken a 4-point advantage.
24. Commanders 20.
Playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Here's Eckler on the return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike, but listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
On second down, it's Daniels. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
That's good for a Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Just shy of midfield. Here's second down. On the give, it's Eckler. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Commanders first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Gives to Robinson from the pistol. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. Second down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He gets it to Samuel, left side. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 3.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They hook up again, second time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
Washington Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the fourth quarter, Mike, facing a tough third down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown. Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
Daniels to throw on second down. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Odafe Owe bursting in and recording the sack.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This to get back within a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this fourth.
Them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Wester down to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 9. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. The throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Baltimore.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Now a screen set up for Henry. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Fires complete to Flowers. And you'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game.
Commanders 33-yard line.
They motion the slot man left. They'll run it with Henry. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go. Third and long. They'll drop to throw. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
In motion goes Likely. First and goal, and it's Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
Brings up second and goal at the 10-yard line.
From a little further back, here's second and goal. Play action now. Jackson. Adds to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And now it's third and goal.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And on third down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that could be very deflating for an offense, settling for too many field goals.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Eckler on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. There's Terry McLaurin, and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. And he's had some tie the game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. On first down, Daniels. Short one there, he's got Ertz. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up the 5 and sets up second and 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Downfield is caught by Brown. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, Washington.
First and 10 at the 49.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Now pass deep from McLaurin. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
We used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game.
Ravens 27.
There one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, it's Mitchell. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. It's a short one caught by Andrews. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Now Henry. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock. Here's 1st down. Jackson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. The Ravens now to use their final timeout. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 3 at the 41-yard
line. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now, Jackson. That one caught by Lester. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down.
So it's a win here for the Commanders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. And in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.